Welcome to Genius Hour. We are going to run through it and see what's going on with everyone.
Okay, so what is your name and what is your project about?
Okay, my name is Orly Kayat, and for my Genius Hour project, I made my own recipe book. So here is my design process, and I began from the beginning of altering my own recipes and making them my own I did all of this in the past few months that we had to make this project happen. And these are just all of my writings of all the recipe components and drawings of what it's going to look like. And then as we get farther down to the design process, this is what it looks like towards the end. I had some drawings down and what everything was going to look like. And then in the end, this is my actual recipe book.
So all of these are your drafts, and then
they are my drafts because I didn't actually. This is not me writing out the book. This is me actually writing down what I would need to complete the book and all the components it would take to complete the book.
Got it. And have you made any of these?
I've tested all the recipes. Of course, not here because they were made in my house. So I don't really know who's kosher and who isn't. But.
So you're thinking about selling this product, or is it just a one-time thing?
I don't honestly know yet. People have been asking me that question a lot. But I just love to bake, and these are just, I feel like food is so important to every culture from everywhere that I've been to, from Lithuania to South Korea to different places that I've been to, and it's just Israel, of course. Everything that I've seen and I've done. Some of these are family recipes. This is my grandfather. And these are just from all over the world, and it's just really important, and I love to bake and cook.
And you've eaten all of the stuff in this book?
Yes, I've eaten all of it. I made all of it.
Do you have a favorite recipe in there?
I don't know. The people favorite, the people pleaser is khachapuri, Georgian khachapuri. People love this one. I had it first in Lithuania. It's this is the traditional one. So in the shape of a football, and then it's covered in cheese. And then right before it's finished baking, you crack an egg and some butter on top, and then you whisk it together.
Wow, that looks good.
And so my mom she makes all of this at home. She makes this. She makes ice cream and gelato. But I think my favorite, personally, is actually the knafi. I've had it in Israel and when my grandparents when they came to visit. So it's So I think this is my favorite.
That's really cool.
You should sell it.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
My name's Philip, and my projects, I made custom NBA jerseys, nickname jerseys. So,
That's cool. What gave you the idea to do this?
So in 5th grade, I did a bunch of T-shirts and vinyl about NBA players and a bunch of that, custom T-shirts and basketballs. And I've always wanted to do jerseys, and this was my first opportunity to actually make them.
Are you thinking about selling this as a product, or is this just a one-time thing?
It would be cool to sell it as a product, but I think it'll be hard to sell.
That's really cool. Could you tell me how you got some of these names?
So I took a bunch of the players' nicknames. So AJ Green, Derry Bird, and Gary Payton the Glove, and Jason Williams, White Chocolate. So I took all their jerseys and I took all their nicknames, and I created the illustrations on Adobe Illustrator, and I recreated them on the iPad, and I used the Cricut to print it out, which was...
So you can put the jerseys through the Cricut?
So no, I took the vinyl, which is this, and I put it on a piece of harder plastic, and I would put it on, and the Cricut would cut everything out, and after that I would iron everything on, which would make it stick.
That's cool. Thank you.
I'm Eitan. That's Jaron. And we have a mini golf project.
Okay. How did you make this?
It is all used with this 3D printer here. It prints out through this nozzle. It heats it up. It makes it and prints out whatever shape you want.
What gave you the idea to do this project?
Well, we both like golf, and this seemed like a really fun idea because we also get to use the 3D printer.
Yeah.
So it's fun also designing these.
How long does it take for the 3D printer to make one of these pieces?
one of these pieces is about it takes about 5 hours for it to print.
Wow, that is a long time. How did it take you the whole time just to print these?
Yeah, basically.
Kind of.
Most of the time.
Our first project was different, and so we basically had half of the class left to design and then print. Designing took about a good 1/4 of the class, and then the rest of the class we were just printing.
It took about 60 hours to print the entire thing.
Wow. Did you make these designs or did you find them online?
So we made the base of them, and most of them we made them like this. We made the coin, the Mario, and all of these we made. This is the only one that we found online because we couldn't build a functioning bridge. Oh, and the pancake, but the rest of these we all made.
That is awesome.
Let's show me the computer.
So we used 3D printing software for it, and this Tinkercad. You can make designs on it, and this helped us print out our ideas.
So these are the pieces we are seeing right here.
Yes.
That
What's the
is
most interesting thing you learned while you were making this?
How to connect them, because these beaver tails, they have to be exact measurements, so it was really tough to make them perfect and stuff.
So do you have to pick the sizing or does it?
Yeah. We picked up the sizing from. We made smaller prototypes like these, and then once we made them so they were perfect and fit together, we sized them up to make it life size. Yeah.
That is really cool. Are you thinking about selling this as a product or is this just a one-time thing?
We could, but I don't think we would, just because I don't know we would continue this project besides MJS.
Well, that is really cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Gabriel. This is Grady, and this is Ian. Our thing is a movie.
Yeah.
What's the movie about?
It's a CIA movie about a worker at CIA getting framed for something he didn't do.
And he has to kind of clear himself of his crimes.
He tries to.
Yeah, but he gets sent to Thailand.
Editing this, coming up with ideas. Process was very difficult, and we hope you like it. Enjoy watching.
Let's get it, Johnny. Fraser, one more thing that matters here.
My name is Idan Slochiver, and I made a Infinity dodecahedron. It has this 3D printed black frame and laser cut acrylic. I use this two-way mirror film, which is reflective on one side, but on the other side you can see through it. And yeah.
So did you connected all these lights?
Yeah, I used this bendable light. Originally I was going to use this copper wire, but soldering 180 precise copper wires would take too much time, so I decided to use this bendable acrylic instead.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Where does the power come from?
So it's controlled with this remote on this receiver, and it comes from this outlet here.
That's cool. So are you thinking about continuing this project out of MJDS, or is this the only time?
I was considering it, but this took a very long time to make, so I don't know if I'll be making another one later.
Well, thank you. Your project is cool.
I'm Miri. My project is about crocheting. Originally I was gonna make stuffed animals, then I saw so many crochet stuff on YouTube and I decided to learn how to crochet.
That is cool. So did you not know how to crochet before you did this, or did you already have prior knowledge?
I did not know how to crochet before this, and Ezra in 4th grade, he taught me the basics of crocheting, and then I basically went from there.
Are you thinking about continuing this product, or is this just a one-time thing?
I think I'm going to continue learning how to crochet and making stuff.
Do you think you'd sell these in the future, or?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, thank you for this.
My name is Jonathan, and this is Lambeau Field.
What gave you the idea to make this?
I really love models, like mini models of things. Like, you go in a museum, they have mini models of like Aztec,
Yeah.
So I just really wanted to make a mini model of something that kind of relates with me, and I thought Lambeau Field.
That is cool. So, how did you make these lights work?
So I went to the Glow Forge, and I cut it out of wood with the Glow Forge. I made stakes that I kind of stick into the stadium, and carved lights out of it. I put electrical tape. Made electrical tape so I can stick all the lights together, and it'll still illuminate.
So you made this with the Glow Forge. You made all these designs and labeled everything.
Yep.
Could you show us what the Glow Forge is?
Oh yeah, just go over here. So the Glow Forge, what it does is uses this a laser, and you put wood in, and we'll just take this wood. You put it in. You would close it, and this camera scans. And let me show you on this. You put in the Glow Forge.
So you have to make your design online first?
Yeah, I make it online.
Okay.
And then it knows where you want it, put the wood in, and it'll just cut it.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's how I made it.
Wow.
That's cool.
What was the most challenging piece of making this?
Oh, it was these lights. There's so many components. You got to make the holes they stick lights in the same size every time. You got to make the stakes the same size, same length apart, same with the holes. They all have to match everything.
Wow.
That was definitely the hardest part. Took me half my time probably. Me a lot of time.
Well, thank you for this.
My pleasure.
I'm Gabby, and I did nails and nail designs.
What gave you the idea to do this?
I just really like getting my nails done and seeing how people do it, so I wanted to try it out.
And so are you going to sell these or just for display?
I just made them for my friends mostly, and I'm just gonna give it to them after.
That's cool. Thank you.
Yep.
What was the most interesting thing you learned for your project?
Probably that it takes a while to do the designs, and it was pretty hard at first, but
that's cool.
Yeah.
So are you going to make a business out of this, or is this just a one-time
maybe
thing?
eventually, but for now I just did it for fun.
So did you do your nails, or was that someone else?
Yeah, I did these nails.
My name is Yael. I'm Tali. And we made a seasonal smoothie recipe book called Fresh Flavors 4 Seasons.
What gave you the idea to do this?
So in one of our first few ETC classes, we were brainstorming ideas, and Tali wrote smoothies on the board, and I was very intrigued, and so we talked a lot, and we came up with the idea to do smoothies in a recipe book.
That is really cool. Are you thinking about continuing this product, or is this a one-time thing?
I feel like we should definitely continue it because so many people like their smoothies, so I feel like we should continue doing it.
Would you make?
So we made some of the smoothies, and it has all the reviews and what ingredients are in it, and it has and we picked 2 from each season, right? 2 or 3 from each season of the smoothies we like. And then today we made Midnight Chill and a Summer Surprise. The Midnight Chill has banana and dark chocolate, and the Summer Surprise has strawberries, mangoes, and pineapple.
That sounds really good. Well, thank you for this.
You're welcome.